Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Thursday, December 11, 2014, around 7:01 in the morning in Bellevue, Massachusetts. It's still another damp and dreary day. Maybe some rain or snow showers, but not going to accumulate too much. Going to do the same thing again tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday we might have some sunny breaks. Be good to see the sun out because we haven't seen the sun out since Sunday. Some news to report: the Charlotte Hornets beat the Boston Celtics by the score of 96-87. The UMass Lowell Riverhawks basketball team fell to Dartmouth basketball team by the score of 68-48, and the Boston Red Sox acquired pitcher Wade Miley from the Arizona Diamondbacks. And that's about it on the news. My next subject is my continuation series of the top 10 greatest everything and everything. I've reached the top 10 greatest TV talk show host ever, and I'm including TV talk shows like daytime, nighttime, late night, any type of one. They have some of the best talk show hosts in history have appeared on television. Some of the greatest personalities have hosted their own talk show. And here's the best of the best of the best. Number 10 on this list of the best talk show host of all-time TV talk show hosts, Maury Povich. Maury Povich has been hosting a talk show since 1991. His talk show is famous for lie detector test and paternity test and shocking moments and stuff like that. Even though the subjects are so like predictable and stuff, he's still a great talk show host, and there's some stuff that he's helped out people with on his show. And he's married to Connie Chung, and he comes in at number 10. Number 9 on the all-time list of greatest TV talk show hosts of all time, Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer was the one-time former mayor of Cincinnati. He's hosted his own talk show since 1991. It's Shock TV, his talk show. It's one of the most like craziest talk shows ever. It reached its popularity in the late 1990s and stuff like that, and still going strong. Even though it's a fake talk show, it's still one of the best. And Jerry's a great host of it. He comes in at number 9. Number 8 on the all-time list of greatest talk show hosts of all time, Jay Leno. Jay Leno hosted The Tonight Show for 22 years. He was a comedian before that. He held the fort down, like he replaced Johnny Carson, and he held his own. He just had a great style, a great formula for his talk shows, and he stepped aside earlier this year for Jimmy Fallon, and hopefully Jay Leno's back on television sometime in 2015, hosting specials or hosting a new talk show for Fox. We'll wait and see about that. Number 7 on this list of the greatest TV talk show hosts of all time, David Letterman. David Letterman has been hosting talk show since 1982, first with Late Night with David Letterman after the Johnny Carson show, and then he moved to CBS in 1993 hosting the Late Show with David Letterman, and he's probably one of the best talk show hosts late night of all time. He's a great funny, he's great to the point and stuff like that. He's going to retire in 2015, and he's one of the best. Comes in at number 7. Number 6 on the all-time list of greatest television talk show host of all time. Number 6 is Larry King. Larry King hosted a show on CNN at 9 p.m. every single weeknight for over 25 years. He interviewed almost everybody from actors, actresses, newsmakers, presidents, sports stars, common people, you name it. Larry King's interviewed them all, and he was great style and stuff like that. He was famous for wearing suspenders with his button-down shirt. He got a start in radio. CNN had a send-off for him in 2010, and he hosts his own sports talk show on Sportsnet LA, talking about LA sports. Comes in number 6. Number 5 on the all-time list of greatest talk show hosts of all time, Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue had a talk show for 29 years. It was a great show. a lot of subjects he talked about and stuff. It was originally based out of the Midwest, but eventually it became syndicated and moved to New York City. It was like one of the top rated talk shows in the 80s, but his talk show went down in popularity when Oprah came on, and eventually with the shock TV value of Jerry Springer and Maury Povich shows, Phil Donahue faded away his talk show, which was kind of disappointing because he still had a great talk show. But the last few years, his talk show was getting late night clearances in major markets, which wasn't good. The last year, his talk show wasn't even in New York City. It wasn't even shown on New York City. They didn't clear it in New York City, even though it was filmed there. And then Phil Donahue has kind of retired from the TV business. He came back in 2002 to host a political talk show on CNBC, but that flopped. And that's about it. Number 4 on the all-time list of greatest TV talk show hosts of all time, Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen's talk show is great. It's in its 12th season. Ellen's really charismatic. She's funny. She's a great talk show host. She's probably the best current TV talk show host today, and she's like on several stations at 4 p.m., including in Boston on WCVB TV5 and WMUR TV9, even though she doesn't have the high ratings as Oprah did in that time slot. She's holding her own. She comes in at number 4. Number 3 on the all-time list of greatest TV talk show hosts of all time, Mike Douglas. Mike Douglas hosted a talk show for about close to 20 years. First, his show was taped in Philadelphia. Then the final few years, he went to Los Angeles. Then in 1983, he hosted a talk show on CNN to get ratings for the cable news network. It lasted a couple of years, but he eventually retired on his own, kind of faded away, and a lot of people have kind of imitated his talk show daytime with like interviews and stuff with celebrities, but they cannot compare to Mike Douglas. Number 2 on the all-time list of greatest TV talk show hosts of all time, Oprah Winfrey. She's the best TV daytime talk show host of all time. She hosted her show for 25 years, which was a great run and stuff like that. It was highly rated and stuff like that, and it helped a lot of people and stuff. It achieved success on many TV stations. Oprah stepped aside in 2011 from doing TV talk shows, her talk show, because she wanted to focus on the Oprah Winfrey Network. And I wish her talk show continued to be on the air today, because it still would have been a big ratings hit, but she wanted to focus, and she said 25 years on television hosting a talk show was long enough for her. But she should have continued it on for several more years, because it would still be popular. The Oprah Winfrey Network still getting there, even though it hasn't been that successful. It's getting there. It's getting to be profitable. And number 1 on the all-time list of the greatest TV talk show host of all time, the king of late night, Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson was host of The Tonight Show on NBC for close to 30 years. Unprecedented ratings. He was a funny guy, and he had a best talk show. Was the best talk show host of all time, and he's number 1. And that's about it on that. Facebook friends and YouTube followers. I'll be back later on today with 2 more video blogs. The E2 Hollywood Story, and my 3rd and final video blog of the night will be the personality profile of Howie Carr. Don't forget, more and more subjects are going to be talked about in the days, weeks, months, years ahead. Forgot one more thing. It's Happy Indiana Day. 198 years ago today, Indiana joined the Union. Some of the greatest people have came from Indiana, like Larry Bird and David Letterman, and especially Julie Broughton, Local 6, traffic reporter, weather lady. And that's it. See you later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.